Hello there, welcome back, or welcome if it is your first time here. I have just spent like 5 minutes panicking because I could not find my NYX brow glue. I just came back from, it wasn't really a holiday, but kind of like a holiday like a couple days ago, and I took it with me and I couldn't find it, but I have found it now. I am rambling because I am excited. Today we have another really exciting video, or at least I think it's exciting because we're trying more new makeup. I really need to calm down. We're trying some makeup from Sunkissed, which is like my favorite cheap brand to try. Yeah, I know I said that in my next video I'd probably be trying this one from Revolution, but I can't. I have to do the Sunkissed. But yeah, we don't have like a full face, but we have quite a lot of new stuff to try it today. So let's get into it. Oh, I feel out of breath after that intro, my god. Firstly, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm wearing a new headband that I got from Primark. This new hoodie that I've spilt something on, I also got from Primark. And I also got some earrings that I'm wearing from Primark. I had a recent Primark trip. I was thinking of doing a haul, but I really didn't get like that much stuff. But this is the earrings. How cute is this? Like, these two are actually just mine. I've been mixing and matching. But I wore these to Cam's great nan's funeral, and they're so beautiful. Honestly, I was thinking about putting these ones in today, but I have these ones in right now that are also from the pack, and I kind of like them, and I can't be asked to change them. But yeah, this is super cool for £3.50. They're nice. Although I will say that these ones, one of these had like a sharp bit sticking out of it, so when it was like in my ear, especially when I was sleeping, it was like moving around, it was like scratching the inside of my ear, like the inside of like the piercing hole. And how was that? Yep, faff. Okay, so I am going to stick my brows up with a little bit of NYX brow glue. This is like my third one of these. Honestly, I might film an empties video today. I have been talking about filming an empties video for ages, but I've actually moved all of my like the place that I keep the empties. I've actually like moved it all, and oh my god, I didn't realize how much like empties I actually had. So I might film one today after this. Honestly, it's been a struggle bus getting my last video uploaded, because like I've had it filmed for a while, but I couldn't edit it whilst we were away because we were just like so busy. But then because we were like so busy, since we came home on Monday, but like we were traveling, we had to go pick up the dogs, so we didn't actually have like a relaxing day at home, so we're basically here from Tuesday, and now today it's Thursday. But like I've been trying to get myself to film, but I just have been exhausted, and also like I don't know how, but I've really hurt my wrist, and I've really hurt my shoulder and my back. Like everything has been like spasming, like it hurts, so it's not been good. But yeah, I haven't left the house. I mean, obviously I've been walking the dogs, but we haven't left the house since we came back because we're both just so exhausted. It was like such long days. I'm just gonna clean up around this with a makeup wipe. I always do this because I find if I don't, I end up with like little crusty bits. So it's just worth it to me to just take the extra step to do it. And normally I use a makeup wipe anyway to clean up under my eyes, because I always do my eyeshadow first, and also to like clean off my lips and to clean off my fingers if I have anything on them. So it's not like a waste of a makeup wipe for me. But yeah, I just like to take this extra step. I feel like it just helps. And I did try to laminate my brows again before we went away, but this one just did not work. Like this one looks so good, like it does. Look at this one. It's just like wonky. It just did not take to it. I don't know if I did something wrong, but yeah, this one looks really good, but this one looks like shit. Eyebrows are stuck up. So now I'm going to move into priming my eyelids. I don't know if like normally I don't leave all of the different steps in because I feel like it could be boring, but I know that some of you have said that you like all of the steps because when you're following along it's just a bit easier. Let me know if you guys actually do follow along to videos and stuff. Like I always normally have a video on when I'm like doing stuff like cooking, bathing, getting ready, like whatever it is, I'll normally have a video on, but it's not like I follow tutorials per se. Like normally I just pick up little bits of information that I've heard from different places and then I just try it out. But yeah, let me know if you guys actually do follow along to tutorials, or if you just like have it sort of like I have it, where you just have like a video playing, but it's not necessarily like for the information, it's just like so you're not lonely. But I'm starting it off with the brush, and then I'm just going to use a little bit on my finger just to make sure that I've properly blended it out. I actually forgot my moisturizer when we went away, so my face was like dry. I ended up picking another one, I think like 2 days in, but yeah, my face has been struggling. Like, it's been so dry because it was like really cold as well. We went down to Gloucester and it was like raining and storming. Obviously we were at the start of a storm, I think. Then now we have like a full-blown storm. I don't know what it's called, but it's been really rainy and windy here. But yeah, we went to Gloucester and it was like the weather was awful and it was freezing. And also, I don't have a winter coat. I tried to buy a couple from Boohoo. I bought one and I didn't like it, so I returned it. And then I bought another and I didn't like it, so I returned it. Because with Boohoo, like, well, not with Boohoo, all of them, coats are really expensive now. They're like £60 at the cheapest. So when I bought it, like, it fit okay, but like it just didn't look like it. The material was kind of like a little bit shiny, and because it was so expensive, I was like, nah, I'm sending it back. Like, I'm gonna keep something that I really like for that amount of money. So then I tried, I think, a different coat, but I think it was in like a size up, or maybe even 2 sizes up. And then it came and the coat looked really nice, but it didn't fit. Like, it was smaller than the one that I had previously tried, even though it was like 2 sizes up. So obviously I had to send that back as well. So I don't actually have a winter coat. The most I have is like a hoodie. So when it was like freezing and like pissing it down with rain, I didn't have anything to wear. Thankfully, like, Cam's family drives, so like it wasn't so bad. But yeah, it's been a nightmare. And then we went up to Wales, and in Wales it was like winter. It was freezing. Everywhere was flooding because it was raining so much. And there was like a lot of outdoors activities, and my brother, who we went to see in Wales, he does also drive, but there was like a lot of outside activities. Anyway, this is what we're using for eyeshadow. So before we actually went away, I had to go to Liverpool to get something to wear for the funeral because I didn't have anything to wear. So I ended up getting like this cute jumper from Yours. It has like little sequins on it. It's really cute. It's expensive. Anyway, so we have a shop in Liverpool. I'm sure it's in other places, but it's called like Body Care. And they sometimes have Sunkissed stuff, so I always go in and I have a little peek. They also have like Technic and Body Collection, probably a few other brands, but they're the most notable. And I went in and I saw this new palette. This is the Sunkissed Cosmic Eyes eyeshadow palette. And I really like Sunkissed, so I thought I'd just pick it up. Honestly, I didn't even really look at it. I was just like, yes, it's Sunkissed, thank you. And I think this palette was like £3.99, so it was very cheap. And you can see it's sort of like a Huda ripoff with like the little speckled shades, but it looks really pretty. So this is what we're going to use today. It has 16 eyeshadows in here. So yeah, this is what we're working with. Like I did mention, we also have this other one from Revolution. This is the Ultimate Desire palette, which the green is what speaks to me. It looks really pretty, but unfortunately we'll have to save it for another day. So, palette. When we went away as well, it was also like we came home on Halloween, so we were away the weekend leading up to Halloween. We left on Thursday, we came home on Monday. So we went to first we went down to see Cameron's family because we had a funeral, and we stayed there until Saturday morning. And then on Saturday morning we had to travel from Gloucester up to Wales. It was a nightmare, but basically because it was like Halloween weekend, there was like a lot of activities on at the caravan park. But because we were traveling and I was like really stressed, I basically didn't even pack like an eyeshadow palette. I just packed like bronzer, like the most basic, like just everyday makeup ever. Like literally all the time I just had like foundation on, concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, and then I just have bronzer in my crease, mascara, and that was it. That's literally all I took with me, and also some eyebrow stuff. But yeah, I didn't take anything with me. So Chris, my brother, was like, oh, what are we doing for Halloween? Should we dress up? And I was like, oh my God, I can make you a skull. And then I was like, I don't have any makeup for it. I don't have any outfits for it. Because they were having like a best dress competition. I really wanted to do it, but I didn't take any of the stuff. I wasn't prepared. So let's just let's just dive in with, I think this one is what I'm going to start with. They don't have any names on them, but I'm fine with that. It looks kind of like a cream, but it kind of looks like a bit of a green toned cream. And in my last video, I did a halo eye, and honestly, I was just editing the footage before I sat down to film this. I think I might do another halo eye. Okay, this is really light. Okay, so then let's take this one instead, which is more sort of like a rosy mauve tone, I'd say. But oh well. Yeah, that's definitely more pinky. This looks kind of like it has some greens in it as well. Or like some greenish tones. Like this looks green to me. Like these two look kind of greenish. I'm going to dip back into that first like creamy shade and just sort of like blend over. Just make sure that that is all good and blended. Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? Then with a more domed brush, I am going to go into this beautiful like orange shade down here. It's kind of like a burnt shade. That one's a bit hard pressed, like it's a bit harder to get on your brush. It's not as deep as I was thinking it was going to be. I'm just going to spend a minute here building this up. I just got it on my nose. I'll clean that off in a minute, it's fine. Okay, it's not really sticking out here. Not the surest why. But I'm going to take a more sort of like dense, fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the same shade. I'm going to try and pack it on out here. Because from the way it has stuck to the other areas, it seems like it's more sort of like a that area issue. But I'm also not really sure why. Oh my god, so when we were at the caravan park, we did archery. It was so fun. I came last. Cam actually ended up winning, but I don't think I actually hit... No, I think I hit the target once. But bearing in mind, I think it's like the second time I've ever done it in my life. I think the first time I done it, I was like 13. But yeah, that was really fun. And then we also played mini golf, which I came last at again. But actually this time Chris won. It was just all round really good fun. To be fair, it was quite nice to do something like more light after the funeral, because the funeral was quite like serious and more formal. But also Cam's granddad took us out to a lovely Italian restaurant afterwards. It was really nice. It was great to see all of the family as well. Like we were staying with Cam's aunt and his mum and dad, and it was just really nice to see everyone. It was like a really nice trip. Anyway, I'm going to now dip into this... No, I'm going to go into this one and try and deepen this out a bit more. But yeah, it was really lovely to see everyone. And then obviously we went to see my brother. So it was just like a really good like social trip of just seeing everyone. It was really, really nice, but it was absolutely knackering. And also it was the first time we've ever left the dogs in the kennels. They did really good, bless them, but it was horrible being without them. Okay, these are shades. I don't know, I feel like I'm not getting like a real definition of the colours. I feel like it's just sort of like making it almost like mud. Like it's all sort of mudding together. Now I'm going to take that super deep shade. This one looks kind of green to me. And I'm going to work that out here. So where is the pigment? Sun-kissed eyeshadows are normally really good, but this one is not hitting for me. Can't actually cope with all that fallout. Yeah, this one is not going so well. Like, it's just kind of not sticking. It's very flaky. Yeah, I can't get it any deeper than this, and it's just sort of like flaking about. I'm going to take a bigger brush into it and just try and stamp that down a little bit. I'm going back in with my transition, but this is just not going good for me. It's all just sort of like blending together and it's not really getting any depth either. Like, look at how this goes when I sort of like just blend it out. It just sort of is blending away. Oh, this one's really disappointing. I've used the 5 shades, but I literally just have this wash. Okay, so let me dip into this one. Feels quite creamy, and I'm gonna put that on the outer part here and also the inner part. If the mattes don't want to give me a halo eye, I will turn to the shimmers, goddammit. Okay, so that's actually given me some depth. I will blend it out in a second. Let me just blend over it very lightly. Then let's take this one. Oh, that looks really pretty. Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, wow, that one's so pretty. I might try a little bit of this. Oh. Oh, that one's pretty. So I'm going to take my brush actually into... Let's go back into that deep, like, brown orange shade. Okay, should we try a bit of this one? Ooh, that one's just true gold. It's not really transferring off of my finger, to be honest. Okay, that one's sort of whatever. That one doesn't matter that much. Let's go back to this peach that I like so much. The mattes in this palette, unfortunately, are nothing to write home about. They're actually not very good. But the shimmers are really pretty. But, yeah, I'm really actually disappointed in the mattes. And I'm quite disappointed in the look that I've been able to achieve. Because I don't know. It's not... I don't really like it. But, yeah, the shimmers are nice. Mattes are nothing to write home about. For £4, you can do better. So yeah, I'm actually quite disappointed in that one. Boo. I do also have a new mascara, but we will do that at the end. But now we'll move on to complexion. So I don't actually have any foundation. So let's retest one. Let's retest this Profusion Feel Good Skin. I haven't used this since I tried it. I don't remember what I thought, but let's give it a go. Let me shake it up. I'm gonna try and blend it in with a brush first, and we'll see if I need to swap over to a sponge. Hello? You okay? Why are you out the front? Okay, so that actually looks really good. I don't know why I don't use this more often, but that looks really nice. It has a really good amount of coverage. It's like not super radiant, but it's not matte either. It's really pretty. So for concealer, I actually have a new one. Well, it's a new one to me. This is the XX Revolution Conceal XX Super Fix Concealer. I've never tried this. I know that this came out, I think, when they first launched, probably like, what, a couple of years ago. But I never tried it. I never could justify it to myself because it's just like a more expensive version of Revolution. But I don't have any concealers now. I only have like 2. So I thought now was the right time to try it. So I got mine in the shade CX0.2. I got it in store, but it was actually really hard to like look at the shades, so I really hope this one works. Okay, this is what it looks like. The packaging is nice, luxe, and the one from what I've seen, I think it's just like a normal doe foot, right? It's like stuck. I can't get it out. Okay, so this is what the doe foot looks like. The colour looks light. It looks really watery. Yeah, the colour looks light and like yellow. And It has the exact same smell as all of the Revolution concealers have. If you've smelt them, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, this looks very pale and yellow toned. But let's try it out. I don't know anything about this concealer. It doesn't say anything about it anywhere. Let me just blend this out quickly. I probably should have done one eye at a time in case it dries quick. Wow, I look crazy. Oh my god. It should be fine once we add some powder, but the formula wise, I feel like I can still see my darkness. I almost feel like it's not hydrating enough. Yeah, it looks kind of dry in my eyes. Yeah, it looks pretty dry. Yeah, that's not a favourite. I actually think it's got pretty light coverage. Why does that look so dodgy in there? I swear to God, anytime I like put eyeshadow on, this, oh my God, this has too much on it. That's what you get. To be honest, concealer's not my favourite. I would say that it's a light to, I'm going to say probably a buildable medium, but I don't really want to build it up too much more because it already looks quite dry. On my cheeks, I feel like you can't really see my rosacea, but I think that's more the foundation. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more in here. The thing with Revolution is that all of their concealers kind of feel the same to me. They all smell the same, no matter where you get it from. And they all have this kind of like sticky feeling to them, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, it does definitely build up to probably like a medium, but that looks so like dry and textured. This concealer is a no from me. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Maybe if you had more oily skin, you would like it, but it feels like sticky, like actually really sticky. That's a bummer. I can feel it like sticking into my fine lines. Like, don't do that. Okay, yeah, this is a bust. We do not like this. This is a no from me. Probably something that I would not really wear again. Like, I would not really choose to use it because it just feels horrible and it does not look good. Like, I'm feeling like I'm having to proper put in a lot of effort to blend it because it's just not looking good. We're gonna move into, I got another cream blush. I'm just gonna come out and say it, I got another one. I know that I keep saying it every time I try a cream blush that I don't need any more cream blushes because they're like it's like the drawer that I have the most in is the cream blush department. But Sunkissed have a cream blush, so we're trying another cream blush. This is the Cheek to Lip. I don't know why they all make cheek to lip ones. I personally don't like cheek to lip ones, and I have never actually used a cheek product on my lips. What is that? Something cut me, great. Yeah, I've never actually used a cheek product on my lips. I just will use lip products. But we are going to try it. This is the Cheek to Lip, Cheek and Lip Tint. This one is in, I think it's in the shade Flush, but I can't tell. This is what it looks like. I think it's just going to be a little squeezy tube. Yeah, it's a squeezy tube. I don't know how many of these they had. I think it was actually on like the counter on the way out. Oh, it looks pretty though. I'm going to try it with my brush. Oh wow, it looks really pretty and really pigmented. What? I took like the tiniest amount. If you want a pop of colour on your cheeks, then this will be for you. It also seems to stain. But if you want a more sort of natural looking cheek, this is not for you. And I am definitely more in the category of like natural looking cheek. This is not my sort of vibe. But this is actually really hard to get off. Like, it won't come off. Like, excuse you. It's not looking that good today. I'm so excited. But yeah, you need like the tiniest amount of this. Honestly, not my favorite. It has kind of like, it's not super luminous, but it's not super matte. It's kind of like luminous matte. But the pigment on this, I think, is just like too much. Look at these creases. Holy Jesus. So because we're trying a new concealer, I'm going to just use my tried and true, the Technic Soft Focus. I always like to mention that this is not a true representation of this powder because I have mixed in a powder foundation from Technic as well into it. Only a small amount, but I always just like to mention that because, you know, that's what I did. So let me just blend out these creases again. This is creasing like more than any other concealer. It feels so sticky. Maybe it'll look amazing once it's set and I'll like eat all of my words. Okay, the only thing with this concealer is that I feel like I'm having to really set it because like when I'm touching my brush to it, because normally I don't use like a lot of powder, but when I'm touching my brush to it, it like feels like tacky. So that is the only thing about the concealer. Okay, so then for the face, we have something that when I bought it, I was excited, but then I got it home and Cam was like, oh, haven't you already tried that? And then it got me wondering, like, have I already tried this? Is this something I've already tried that I forgot about and I'm retrying? So if it is, I'm sorry, but please let me know. But it's this. This is the Sunkissed Crystal Craze Bronze and Glow palette. Now, after Cam said that it looked familiar, I started to wonder, like, have I used it before? And maybe it started to become more and more like, oh my god, I think I have. But I'm genuinely not sure. So I'm going to try it out. It does not have a shade. So yeah, we're just going to go for it. I'm going to take my normal Duo Fab brush and go into the bronzer that looks way too deep for me, but let's use a bit of a light hand. It looks like really warm. Come on, Sunkissed, you need like a win today. And it like doesn't look bad, but like look at it, you can see it's like so warm tone. So if you love a good warm tone bronzer, this is for you. And also if you had probably a bit of a deeper skin tone, I think you can make it work if you're my skin tone. Just like use a little bit and blend it out and then add a little bit more if you want to. But this would definitely work better for someone who has a deeper complexion. So then we're going to go in with the blush that's in here, and this definitely is going to have a sheen to it because it has little glitter particles, but it looks like a very pretty peach. So I'm actually quite excited for this. Ooh, okay, I like the blush. I feel like it's giving me like a little bit of like sheen, but it's not too much. I actually really like that brush. I always say brush. I really like the blush. Oh my god, look at my baby hairs go. Live your best life. Okay, then for highlight, there are two different ones. I'm going to swatch them. Feel quite dry. Okay, so we have a more sort of like pale one and then a little bit more of a gold one, but honestly there's not much in it. So I'm going to take the paler one, which I think was this one. It looks like it's going to be chunky. Oh, and it's actually quite pretty. Sunkissed makes some of my favourite like highlighters and stuff. Definitely looks a little bit chunky. I think it's a bit too deep for me is the problem. I quite like a more sort of like bright highlight. It does look pretty though. Like there's not really anything to complain about. Okay, this face palette is nice to be honest. If you had a bit more of a deeper skin tone, you definitely like it more. I'm starting to think that I did try it and that was the issue, that maybe it was like too deep for me or something. So that's why I got rid of it, because I don't have it in my collection anymore. And I'm just going to take a little tiny bit more of powder and just run over everything just to sort of diffuse it a little bit more. But yeah, no, that palette's pretty. Like I would probably use that again. So you'll be pleased to know that I'm bringing you a different shade of my favourite lip gloss from Primark. This is the High Gloss Lightweight Ultra Shine Lip Gloss with a vitamin E. So the shade that I always love is Candy, and it's like a really pretty pink with like gold reflex. This one is the shade Maple. And I feel like this is really gonna go with our eye look today. I didn't plan it, but let's see if it is the same. Smells more sweeter. So pretty. That looks so pretty, and it matches the eyes like perfectly. I couldn't have got it better if I had tried to match it. So let's finish up the eyes, do some eyebrows. I actually have a new eyebrow pencil. I have used it once or twice because I actually ran out of my other one. But yeah, let's finish up the eyes quickly. Okay, so for under the eyes, I am going to take this burgundy shade. I'm interested to swatch some of these more like special looking shades, so I'll do that in a second. Okay, we had a small interval of Poppy being sick, but everything is sorted and now we can continue on with the makeup and just hope that my little baby feels better soon. So yeah, building up the burgundy. I am getting like a little bit of fallout, but I also just looked at myself in the bathroom, which is more like harsh or hard lighting. I don't know what it's called, but I looked very tanned and the eyes did look like quite dark. So I don't know if it's just my lighting setup, but it looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to swatch some of these shades because I'm super interested in like, especially like this one. It feels really creamy. Look how pretty that is. Oh my god, that one looks so pretty. I'm gonna swatch the other like special shade. That one also looks really pretty. These have more of like a gloss to them. That one is so nice. Like they feel more like creamy, like an actual like, they look like an eye gloss kind of. Then let's swatch this one. That is definitely like a dirty copper kind of shade. That's really pretty. Let's swatch this one. Looks like it's gonna be like another sort of like duochrome. Oh wow, that one's really pretty. It's more sort of like gold but pink. Then let's swatch that peach one that we have on our lid. This one is very pigmented. Wow, pretty. Let's swatch this one. Just kind of like a gold, like a bronze. Swatch the other one we've got on our lid. This again is like a gold with sort of like pink in it, but I think I kind of prefer this one. And then there's also like this one up here, but this is more like a satin cream. Like it's not really like a shimmer per se. Firstly, I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm going to go into this sort of like sparkly-ish cream shade. And I'm just going to pop that up here. Just to use as many shades in the palette as possible. That one looks pretty. It has like little bits of sparkle to it, but they just sort of buff away. Bless you, my love.
Apologies.
Then I do think I want to put like a little shimmer under here. I'm just trying to figure out what one I want to use. I think we'll use this one, which was that sort of like special shade looking thing. Just try and whack it underneath. I might need to spray it. Okay, I'm going to spray it a little. Today we'll use this one that we haven't used in a while, the She Glam Sunday Spritz or something. Sunday Picnic. Just going to wet that and then dip in again. Right, and then let's do the inner corner. To be fair, I'm just going to use the same brush, but I'm going to go into this special cream shade down here. Make sure that I sort of like mix it together a bit. It's more sort of like just sort of picking up like an oil kind of. Oh wait, there's a bit. Yeah, you just sort of have to like dig into it a little bit to actually get the shade, but my god, does that look pretty. Okay, so that is the eyes finished. I think they look so pretty. If you used those shimmers that I've used like wet, or if you press like these ones onto your lid, I think it would look stunning. But I'm kind of obsessed, especially for like this shade. I think it looks so pretty down there. I'm honestly tempted. I think I will. I'm just gonna take a little tiny amount and just press it. Just so I feel like the top, it just looks a bit like dull. Do you know what I mean? Now the eyes are done, apart from mascara. So I'm going to quickly just give my face a spray and then we'll do some eyebrows. So like I said, we are going to use this SheGlam Sunday Picnic setting spray. Oh my god, it smells good. It smells like grape. Is it supposed to smell like grape? I forgot how nice the spritz on this is. This is honestly a really nice setting spray. Like, it just melts everything in. Now let's talk eyebrows. So I have a new eyebrow pencil because, like I mentioned, I ran out of my old one. It's this. So again, it's from XX Revolution. Now, there was an eyebrow pencil from XX Revolution that I used to use all the time a few years ago. It was the skinny brow pencil. So I picked this up in store thinking it was a skinny brow pencil, but it's not. It's the fat one. So I got this in dark brown. It comes with this little fancy little like hairbrush looking thing. So this is what we're going to use. Like, it works okay for like filling them in. Like, it does the job. The color's fine, but I really would just prefer a thinner one so I could do like more hair like strokes. But yeah, I guess that's more on me. But in store, I really thought I was getting the skinny one. But like, if you wanted to fill in hair like where there isn't any, this wouldn't do so good. It's definitely more for just like filling in where hair already is. It kind of like grips to the hair. So yeah, if you like had eyebrow hair, this could work. But if you don't have any eyebrow hair and you have to actually like create all of the hairs, this is not gonna work. Yeah, they're the brows. They look fine. Definitely not my like most favorite thing ever. I definitely prefer the SheGlam pencil and also probably the skinny version of that pencil, but I just haven't tried it in a while. Now let's do mascara. I have this one. I'm really excited. This is the 17. So I haven't actually tried a mascara from 17. I'm really excited because I know that Soph Does Life really likes their mascaras. But this is the Extreme Extension Lengthening Mascara. It doesn't say it's waterproof, but we'll see. And this is in the shade Brown. So that's why I'm so excited. I haven't even seen the wand. The wand looks good. Okay, I'm really excited. Let's give this a go. By the way, the wand is like flexible. But I haven't used a brown mascara in so long. But I love brown mascara. Yeah, this mascara formula feels really sticky. Like, I can feel like sticking to my lashes. And like, obviously you'd be able to see it more if I didn't have such makeup on. But it looks really good. This is one coat. I actually really like this. It feels like moussey as well, like the formula. Oh my god, it looks pretty good though. Look at that. And also, I'm a liar. There is a 17 mascara that I used to love. It was black. It was in a purple tube. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was the waterproof one. But I loved that. I completely forgot about it. But yeah, this isn't my first time trying a 17 mascara. Then I am a liar. Like, I think you'd have to be quite careful with this one because I could see it getting clumpy really quickly because of sort of like how sticky and thick the formula is. Okay, so I guess this is my finished look. I'm going to go about my day. The time now is 5:05, but I did start putting this all on at, like I mentioned, about 3. So this foundation's probably already been on for a couple of hours. But I will go about my day and I will update you at the end of it how everything is looking. So I'll see you then. Future Katie here again. Hello. It has been about 10-ish hours that I've had this makeup on. So let's have a look at it and see how it's all doing. To be honest, today hasn't been like super busy, but I mean, we still walked the dogs and stuff, got a little bit sweaty. Oh my god, it was freezing outside. It was so windy as well because we've got a storm here. But the makeup is looking like pretty good. First thing I want to note is that the mascara gets 2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10. Has not moved all day, has not smudged, has not flaked, hasn't done anything. And it still looks really good. I think that might be a new favourite mascara. I honestly need to try this in black. But I love it. I love the brown as well. Eyeshadow still looks nice. You can still see the shimmers. There's like a tiny bit of fallout, but I mean, like I mentioned, the mattes weren't my favourite. But the shimmers are really pretty, but it's not really something that I would opt to use again. Brows look fine. The concealer, let me look up close at this. Okay, there's definitely quite a bit of shimmer under my eye, but it has creased like a bit, you can see. It's not my favourite concealer. I feel like my eyes still look quite dark. And they look quite dry. It's not my favourite, but honestly it's not as bad as I thought it would look with the wear. But yeah, it's definitely not my favourite. I've been wearing my glasses, which is why I have random like lines everywhere. It's not my favourite. I probably wouldn't choose to wear it again, especially not when I have my NYX concealer serum. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. The blush, you can still see it. It still looks good. Yeah, it's been there all day. So yeah, the blush, like 10 out of 10. It's just if you like the colour or not. But the formula is pretty nice. The bronzer, I feel like it looks okay now. I feel like it's still a little bit too like deep and bronzed for me, but it looks fine. Highlighter looks fine. Everything looks kind of fine. I really like that lip gloss. And to be completely honest, I can't remember what else I tried. But yeah, that's how everything looks. My face doesn't feel too bad. Like, it doesn't feel too oily. I actually really like that Shein setting spray. But yeah, everything looks nice. Everything feels nice. Still like a decent amount of coverage. The only place where coverage has kind of gone is like around my chin area. I'm not sure why. But yeah, it all looks alright. It's not my favourite makeup, but it'll do. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope, oh my god, I just noticed all this texture here. Wow, it's not good. Anyway, yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.